Hi everyone, how are you? Master Maths video for Tuesday. Tuesday's test. So let's start it off straight away. So question 1 was 300 divided by 10 minus 19. So 300 divided by 10, as you know, when you divide any number by 10 and it ends in a 0, you can just get rid of the last 0. So 300 divided by 10 is simply 30 minus 19. And of course the answer was 11. Okay, 11 for that one. Question 2 now. Write 3 as a fraction of 9 in its lowest terms. So 3/9 would be our fraction, if it's 3 as a fraction of 9. Lowest terms then. So you find what common number goes into 3 that also goes into 9. Well, obviously it's 3. So that's how you break it down. 3 into 3 goes once. 3 into 9, 3 times. So you end up with 1/3. 1/3. Question 3 now, 20 euros. Take away €6.99. Now we can do that in our heads, just to challenge ourselves. You could do it out as a sum if you want, but let's try doing it in our heads first. Let's round off €6.99 up to €7, right? So just try and remember there that you're after leaving 1 cent to the side for a moment. So we're rounding off €6.99 up to €7. Now in our heads we should be able to take away then €20, take away €7. So what's 20 minus 7? Well, it's of course 13. 13. And just don't forget then to go back to that 1 cent that you kept to one side earlier, because you took that when you rounded off from the €6.99 up to the €7. So just add in that 1 cent there. So your answer would have been €13 and 1 cent. €13 and 1 cent. Okay. Question 4 now is next. 31 multiplied by 100. Again, very easy there. When you multiply any number by 100, you simply add 2 zeros. So it becomes 3,100. Question 5. What's 0.5 multiplied by 4? Again, I think that's another one you could do in your heads. 0.5 multiplied by 4. Well, first of all, let's double it. What's 0.5 multiplying it by 2? Well, of course, that's 1.0. And then go up another one, multiplied by 3. That's 1.5. And then when you multiply it by 4, you get 2.0. Okay? So 2.0 is the answer there. Question 6. When you're measuring weight, what do you use? Well, of course, the answer there is kilograms, kg, for measuring weight. Question 7. 2/3. So is it greater than, equal to, or less than? You're given the choices there. So 2/3 is of course greater than a half. Okay, so 2/3 is greater than a half. It's bigger than a half. If you had a cake, would you prefer 2/3 of the cake or half the cake? Well, of course you prefer 2/3. That's the bigger slice. Question 8. 4:30. That's easy enough. What's 4:30 in digital time? It is of course 4:30. Okay, because a half an hour is worth 30 minutes. So 4:30. All right. Question 9. Is a door symmetrical? Yes, it is. If you had a door which is a rectangle, I'll just do it up here, look. You could fold it down that way, or you could fold it that way. All right. So yes, it is. Question 10 then, 115 minutes. What is that in hours and minutes? So I have the answer down here, number 10. So let's always take 60 out at a time. That's what we do for these. So how many times can you take 60 out of 115? Well, once. So there's your 1 hour. Okay. So what's the gap then between 60 and 115? Well, the gap between 60 and 115, if you did it in your head, is 55. So you would have ended up with 1 hour and 55 minutes. Okay. Question 11. Can you write 67 grams as kilograms? So the answer there is 0.067 kg. Okay, 0.067 kg. Just be careful there that you didn't write down 0.67. You must remember that there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram, not 100. So that's why it's 0.067 kg. Okay, number 12 then, the sequence, what comes next? So you had 250, 500, 750, So clearly I can see here that the pattern is adding 250 at a time. So the next two numbers are 1000 and then 1250. Okay, so that's 1 to 12. We'll go on next now and we'll do the harder ones. Okay, boys and girls, on to the harder ones. So, number 13, we're at the Olympics. Question 13. There were 78 finalists in the 100 metre freestyle swimming. How many kilometres were swam altogether? So first of all, let's find out how many metres were swam, because they give you we know it's 100 metres, the length of the pool. So we're going to multiply 78 by 100, and that gives you 7,800 metres. But they want the answer, as you can see there, in kilometres. So all you have to do is simply transfer 7,800 metres into kilometres, and you get 7.8 kilometres would be your answer. 7.8 kilometres. Okay, that's an easy enough one. Number 14 here is next. You can see here I have the sum done out already. Question 14. The average javelin throw is 86.5 metres. If 15 athletes took part in the competition, how far was the javelin thrown altogether? Okay, so if the average throw is 86.5 and 15 people did the throw, how far was it thrown altogether? So obviously that's multiplying, and it's going to be long multiplication. So 86.5 multiplied by 15. And I've done the sum out here, so you can just check to make sure you got it right. Don't forget your 0 because it's long multiplication. You end up with an answer of 1,297.5 metres. Okay, and again, just watch your decimal point. You're going by one decimal place on the top line, so that's why the decimal point is one decimal place in the answer as well. Okay, 1,297.5 metres. Question 15 then, I have it done over here on this side. In the long jump, each competitor is allowed 6 attempts. The average jump was 8.69 metres. What was the total metres jumped by the 12 finalists in all their 6 jumps? Okay, so first of all anyway, the average jump was 8.69. Now each person had 6 goes. So what we need to do now first of all here is find how long each person themselves jumped during their 6 attempts. So to do that, you multiply 8.69 by 6 and you end up with 52.14 metres. Now remember, that's only for one person. Okay, the question here is, they tell you that there were 12 finalists. So you're going to have to now multiply that answer by 12. And I did that sum here. And again, you can check it. Again, long multiplication, so don't forget your 0. And you end up there with a final answer of 625.68 metres. Okay, that would have been the total jumped by all 12. Okay, 625.68. Again, watch your decimal placing there. 2 places, so 1, 2, because in the top line it's 1, 2. Okay, 625.68 metres. And finally then we have a time one. If the fastest time in the Olympic marathon was 2 hours and 8 minutes, the slowest time was 7 hours 13 minutes, what was the difference between the fastest and slowest time? So obviously if it's the difference you're looking for, you're subtracting. So I've done the sum here, number 16. You're simply subtracting 7 hours and 13 minutes, take away 2 hours and 8 minutes, and your answer is 5 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, simple subtraction there. 5 hours and 5 minutes. Okay, so they're the harder ones there, 13 to 16. Okay, thanks everyone. See you soon.